Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're headed to look at another vehicle. What are we looking at, Logan?
Well, we'll show them when we get there,
okay.
Unfortunately. We've had a few of these.
We have worked on several of these, usually because they're so unreliable that you've got to work on them.
That's accurate.
So,
yep.
this
and
one, does it run? It don't run?
It definitely does not run.
It does not run.
It does not. But we are looking at it because it is a good price. We'll be able to get a few videos out of it, and if it is what the ad says it is, it's a good deal.
And if it's not, then we're going to get burned on it, because I would imagine the engine for this vehicle is fairly expensive. So supposedly the engine that's in it's good. It wasn't installed correctly or something like that.
Yeah, so something shady happened. It makes me think maybe either they ran out of money or the shop just didn't do anything, because if it really was a shop, and they said it was, I mean, it's an engine swap, stock for stock.
Yeah.
You know, you plug up some sensors.
Yeah, that's probably not the easiest vehicle to swap.
It's probably not, especially this one is the all-wheel drive version. So there's a hint. So this is an 07.
Yeah.
It's got some niche wheels. Obviously leather interior. You guys can't really see that right now. Body looks solid. A little dirty, but body looks clean. Some issues there in the front bumper, paint issue, but overall looks pretty clean.
Yeah.
Welcome back, guys. We're in the shop today, and Casey's actually on vacation, but we have a surprise for today's video. Yeah, Justin's back
again.
So we did purchase the BMW that you guys have already seen right before this. That was about a week and a half ago.
Yeah, I think a week and a half.
Something like that. So what we need to do now is, of course, it's immobile. We got to move the C10 down, and then we got to drag the BMW up. Other day I was getting ready to take off in the C10 just for a quick little drive, and the brakes went out. So we're going to record this in case something goes wrong.
Sure.
So let's get to it.
Watch this. Look at this driveway. We about lost it. We about lost it. We're going to take this big behemoth down this.
Can you even see the incline? It's a pretty good incline.
Yeah, it's pretty
So
good.
it's actually 110 feet down. So I don't know what the elevation difference is, but it's a good drop. If it doesn't have brakes, it's going to get sketchy.
Hey, just pump it. All right, guys, we got her running, warming up. We'll come over here to the side, and you can hear her purring. We'll see what Logan can do with no brakes or brakes. What do you think's going to happen? He's going to go down the hill perfectly, or he's going to wind up in that house. Go for it. Any last words?
We had a good run.
Oh,
Brakes aren't great.
you got brakes.
Brakes aren't great.
A little's enough.
I don't have power steering.
All nestled away. See, it wasn't so bad.
We made it.
Logan, you did it.
It was It was sketchy.
Yeah, that's all right. You got insurance. That's what you pay the big bucks for.
I have homeowners insurance.
The next home.
Oh, okay.
All right, guys. Here she is in all of her glory underneath all the trees out here. So what we have to accomplish now is getting this thing, which has no tow hook. You can see they've taken it out. It's not in the back. It's not in the car, but we did find something cool. So this is what you find when you eat at fast food restaurants. A whole meal that's been sitting in this car for 18 months in pristine condition.
I'll give you $1 if you take a bite.
No mold and no sir. So we did find this. No tow hooks.
No tow hook.
Go figure.
Yep.
So we got her hooked up. Check it out. We found a good spot to tie on. Got us a nice, safe pulling harness here. So we're going to try to get this thing up to the garage. We'll see what happens. It may break. It may not. We'll see.
Gotta go back up there.
Alright guys, we got it up here. We made kind of a determination this thing is absolutely filthy from setting. So what we're going to do first, I think, is we're going to set it right here. We're going to clean out the engine bay. It's got a bunch of leaves in it, a bunch of sticks.
Let's show them.
Yeah, take a look.
So remember, this thing has been sitting for roughly 18 months. So just a bunch of gunk. And of course, it's in a million different pieces.
Yeah, million pieces. The body on it's nasty too. You can see there's a lot of stuff on it.
Yeah.
The wheels are nasty. Got pieces and parts hanging off. The top's nasty. We won't mess with the interior today, but we want to get it cleaned off as best as we can. That way when we start working on it, it'll just be a little bit easier on us to do. So enjoy the potential semi-time lapse. If you guys had smell-o-vision. We're getting there. Slowly but surely you can see the nasty suds rolling away. Check this wheel out. I think it was pretty bad. And the video really does this car justice. It was filthy, absolutely filthy. But it's looking better. Logan's favorite thing to do, tell him how much you love it.
To infinity and beyond.
Uh,
Alright, got it cleaned up a decent amount. It'll get a full detail once it's running again. But now we're just gonna back it into the shop and open it up, kind of make sure that we have all the parts, make sure there's nothing cut as in like the wiring harness, all the plugs are there, all that. So let's attempt to back it in.
all right, let's try it.
All right, backstory. Guy took this up into the mountains, was, you know, driving it hard, whatever. Coming down off the mountain, he said he started to hear a little tick noise. So he had whatever the insurance is that will replace major parts. So took it into a shop. They gave him this printout. And this is a German, right? German car specialty place.
Yes.
So it was, I don't even see a price total on this.
I think he said it was like $4,400 somewhere.
Yeah.
around
So, so parts 3,300, labor 3,900.
there. A lot more than $4,400.
And fluids $41. Okay. So essentially what they said was, you've got a knock, you're going to need a new engine. Well, the insurance place wouldn't pay their hourly rate, so we took it somewhere else that they would pay it. They got an engine, they sourced an engine, he got it in, got it running, all this stuff, and then I guess it wasn't running right, so he took it back to the other place, that's the German specialty place, and they pretty much said it was a hack job of engine swap. And as you can see, seems pretty accurate. They did take it apart to look it over again, but this is not the original engine that was ticking or knocking. This is the replacement. Supposed to have 60,000 miles on it, but they're still saying it needs quite a few parts on this engine. We have noticed a couple things, like the valve cover, it is cracked, which is, it's pretty common because it's a plastic unit. So we'll get a new one of those. Some of the wiring going to like the coils and that sort of thing looks a little bit like they've just kind of pulled hard on it.
A little janky.
Instead of taking them apart like they should. So little things like that we're going to need to look over carefully just to make sure. And then of course it's missing quite a few stuff in the engine bay, so we'll have to put all that back together, mainly around like the intake and all that, the fan, all that was in the trunk. So hopefully we have everything.
Maybe. I hope so.
Hopefully.
We'll see.
Parts
aren't cheap. I hope they're there.
Exactly. Exactly. But it definitely will have to have oil change, new fluids, all that stuff. So we'll handle all that. But we're going to give it a once over and see what we got.
Yeah. Yeah, Casey's our resident BMW guy, so he's out right now. So we're going to do what we can. I think me and Logan are both in agreement. We would never get another BMW, but here we are. That's what good buddies do for you. They talk you into good things.
We prefer Subarus.
Subaru's the way to go. All right, we'll see what happens.
All right, so it's in its parking spot for the next week, probably. And what we've decided to do is drop the engine. So
yeah, I think that's going to be the best thing. We talked to Casey. Of course, like I said, he's not with us right now, but we did talk to him. Some of the things that were on the list, we had a couple of gaskets for the turbochargers, and there's absolutely no room to work on this thing with the engine in the car. So I think the best bet overall is to drop the engine. So we've determined to drop the engine, transmission, and the front subframe all together. We've kind of got a rig that we're going to set up here in the shop on the lift. I think it's going to make our life a lot easier in the long run instead of having to track down small little things and trying to reach them. So we do have our list, we have our part numbers, we have everything that we need potentially to get it up and going pretty quick. So that's the next step. That's why it's outside.
As long as the parts are available.
Yeah.
So,
COVID season. You never know what you're going to get.
You never know. So I guess we will catch you guys in the next episode.
See ya.